G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to show you how to create a LinkedIn business page. Let's jump straight into it. So as you can see, I'm in the back end of my LinkedIn profile. What we want to do when we're looking to create a LinkedIn business page, you want to come over to the top right here, so right above my head up there, and you want to click on the grid. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see create a company page. So let's click on that. I'm going to create a dummy page, and then I'm going to walk you through an existing page that I already have, and you're going to be able to see all the features and things that you can play around on. So this is where you can set up like sub pages. So let's say you have an existing company page you want to set up. Maybe you've got a different program going on with that business. That's where this can come in handy. If you're an educational institution, a school, a college, anything like that, you can set one up over here. But chances are you're looking to set this one up right here. So it can be small, medium, large. Anyone can set up a business page. So you simply click on that, and then you fill out all this information here. So I'm going to very quickly fill out the information just so you can see how it looks. Let's just say coaching website. And as you can see, guys, it's very straightforward. So you're creating the industry, company size. I've entered my name, and that's basically created a LinkedIn URL. It'll be unique to this profile. Your website, industry, you want to select what type. If you're a public company, if you're self-employed, if you're a government agency, it's honestly just a bouncing ball at this point, guys. So we simply click self-employed for me. I'm just grabbing a random image, guys. I'm not actually going to upload a logo or anything like that. That's where you want to put in a logo in here. This is just a headshot. And this is where we talk about like what we are. So that's why you don't do this stuff late at night, guys. All right, so basically you just put in a little bit of information there, and that's going to create the page, okay? I verify, and then create page. Okay, so once you've created the page, you're gonna be able to go in there and do a ton of different things. So this is where we can add the description, we add the location, and we can start to invite connections. So this is where we can talk again more about like what we do. And then we follow the bouncing ball through here as well. So we start to enter the information. So I'm just going to keep it very brief so you can follow me along. And then that way you're able to just fill this out as you go along to create your LinkedIn business page. So this is where you would put in your description of the business, what you do. We would put in let's just put in a random number, 266. Numlock's not on, brilliant. 239 266 7074. Okay, he's founded. Put my birth date. And again, this is where you can add all different things in here. So if you want to add a different speciality that you can, for some reason it's not allowing me to click it at this point in time, perhaps a little glitch, but this is where you can add like what you're focused on. So let's say as an example, for me, I'm utilizing it as a coach. This is where I could add consulting. I'm skilled with management consultant. I'm skilled with marketing because this is, I also have a marketing company. So anything along those lines. Let's say you're an electrician. This is where you can input that information. If you are an individual that's in the IT game, that's where you can put that you're skilled with specific, perhaps equipment that you're skilled in. So this is where you can add that, but for some reason I'm clicking it right now and it's not appearing. If stuff doesn't appear for you now, guys, you can always create the page and go back in later. So it's not the end of the world. So this is where you can then, it'll ask you to post. It's ideal if you do create a bit of a post, but I'm going to say no thanks. And then from there, so we can add the location. So that's very, very important where we want to be. So this is where you would input all of your information. Sometimes you'll find that the information comes up and you're able to get lucky. Okay, it's not working for me. But essentially what you would do is just follow the bouncing ball, guys. So, Lauderdale. Okay, so headquarters, this is where you can make everything your primary location. And there it is. So again, we just continuously. It's always going to ask you to create a post, which is quite painful in all honesty. I think it's very silly that LinkedIn do this. They should allow you to finish your profile, then ask you to create the post. And as you can see here, guys, we've got this bar that's basically getting completed as we go along. Now, this is where you can start to do the cool stuff. So you can invite connections. So this is where I can come in and I can start to add people and I can send an invite across to them. That's what you want to do when you create your page. So I'm going to show you how to do this as well on your existing page. So every single month, because you have credits from LinkedIn. So every single month you can start to send out some invites to newer connections. So in this instance, I would just click all the individuals that I believe would benefit from following my page, and then I would hit the invite button. I'm not going to do this because this is just a dummy page. It's an example for you guys. Okay, so that would be done. That would be, we'd proceed to the next one. Add a custom button. Okay, a custom button is just it can be visit the website. You can have call, register, sign up, anything you want. So if you wanted to have contact us, you could have it as that, and then go directly to your website contact page. So let's just leave it as that. Okay, let's just leave it as website then. And post. Okay, so that's where you would put up a post. I would suggest doing a post as soon as you launch your page. That's going to help with engagement a bit more. If I was to invite people to my profile, guys, and it looked like this, I wouldn't follow a page like that, would you? So make sure when you are creating your LinkedIn business page that you have a bit of information here, something that I can grasp onto if you invite me to follow you. So that's something to think about. When it comes to uploading a cover image, you can see the actual specs as well. So this is the pixels. So 1128 by 191. So that's the specs of the pixels that you want to have when you upload the cover image to your LinkedIn business page. So to do that, you would simply just hit the little pencil button over here, click this button, and then it's going to ask you to upload some images, okay? So that's what you can do. If you need to customize the image, you can basically utilize a tool like Canva, or there's even free resizing tools on the web. Okay, so now we've created a page. I'm going to jump over to my marketing page and I'm going to show you what it looks like, what you can do on it, how you can assess the analytics of your page, because it's important to understand that. So we're jumping over to, this is my business page. This is Osborne Digital Marketing's business page. So as you can see, if we scroll down in the left-hand column, you have a little snippet of the information that you can see. So we can see that over the last 7 days, I've appeared in 53 searches, 32 unique visitors. And as you can see, compared to the previous 7 days, we're able to ascertain if it's been an increase or a decrease. Now, this isn't very important if you're doing this organically. Like, this is all organic for us. We don't utilize LinkedIn ads. Haven't needed to run ads on there in a while, thankfully. But if your business is new, this stuff is vital. So if you do create LinkedIn ads, guys, make sure that you're installing the LinkedIn Insight tag. I have a video. I'll put that wherever the links are, wherever what's going on. I'll put that up the top. Watch that video. That's going to help you install a LinkedIn Insight tag. The Insight tag will help you re-engage individuals that visited your website. Super, super powerful tool. But for the time being, this analytics here is we can start to see how many individuals have visited my site and then clicked on my button. So basically, if it is my website button, like I showed you before how to set up, that's what they're clicking on. How many new followers we've achieved in the last 7 days, how many impressions some of my posts have had. So you can start to see, you can scroll down and have a look at just a couple of the posts. Okay, so that's where it becomes quite cool. You can also come up the top here and click on analytics, and that's where you can get a little bit more insight. So if we were to go visitors, and you can start to set this for whatever period you want, last 15 days, last 30 days, 90, 360, custom as well. Okay, so this is the visitor analytics, so individuals that visited, and you can start to see when they visited and by what device. Again, if you're running LinkedIn ads, so this is where it's very powerful. Organic is organic. You'll slowly get growth over time. Okay, so you can check out all of that information. You can have a look at your competitors. So if you want to have a look basically at see how your competitors are performing, you can select a couple of competitors and put them in there and see how your competitors are doing. Again, this isn't necessarily too important unless you're trying to pump out a lot of content for your new LinkedIn business page. If you're just going to be creating something like I've done to boost a bit of authority and engagement, it's okay. You don't need to go to the extremes. However, if you are doing targeted ads, I highly, highly recommend that you utilize the analytics of the page. Okay, so there's a ton of information here. You can start to see how your followers are interacting, how you're picking them up. As you can see, it's quite sporadic. Every now and then we pick up a couple of followers, and that's very, very, very cool. So what you can do is, like I was saying before, is with the invites, you're able to send out invitations on your page every single month once you have the credits boosted. So if you click over here to the admin tools, and guys, if I've helped you set this page up so far, you're following along and you're enjoying the content, please make sure you give it a like. And if you have any questions, write a comment down below. More than happy to answer and help you out again. So as you can see over here, we click on the admin tools, and then you can click on invite connections, and that's where you'll be able to invite connections like you were before. So you can start to put jobs, you can create events, you can do all wonderful and cool things in here. So this is where you would create events if you have something coming up. If you're a retail store, you're having a sale, it's Christmas, whenever it is, you're looking at having a sale, that's where you can utilize this information over here. So the admin tools is very, very powerful. Now, when it has this button up here, it's view as member. So what I suggest is you click that. If you, let's say you have a post, and once you've done everything to your page, so you've set up your cover image, you've set up all the cool looking things, you've set up your details, you're able to then view it as a member, and then you can have a look through the page and just see that everything sits nice and pretty. You can see the post, you can see things, how it's looking, because if we look at it, if we go back onto view as admin, it looks drastically different than an individual seeing it. So it was, as you could see before, it was quite different. So I hope that this has really helped you guys with how to create a LinkedIn business page. If you need any assistance at all, make sure you hit me up, but make sure you're following the analytics. That's very, very important. Continuously inviting people as well. Don't do it in large numbers, do it drip feed, 10 people a month is quite ideal, and give it to people that will gain value from your page. That way you can start to build up your page. I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a lovely day. Cheers.